Honda HRC's Chance Hymas experienced a day of high hopes and harsh realities at Unadilla MX, where the treacherous track delivered an unforgiving blow to what could have been a breakout performance. Known for its grueling conditions and storied history, Unadilla MX once again proved why it's one of the most challenging circuits on the AMA Pro Motocross Championship calendar. For Hymas, it was a day that started with promise but ended in disappointment, reflecting the unpredictable nature of the sport. From the outset, Hymas was riding with a confidence that had been building throughout the season. He topped the qualifying charts, clocking the fastest time in the 250cc class, and seemed poised to translate that speed into a strong race result. The track, which had been softened by rain earlier in the week but was drying out as the day progressed, presented a tough but manageable challenge. For Hymas, everything seemed to be aligning perfectly. He expressed that he was feeling the best he had all season, a sentiment that echoed his determination to capitalize on the momentum he had built. As the gate dropped for the first moto, Hymas quickly settled into a rhythm, taking control of the race and showcasing the speed that had put him on top in qualifying. However, Unadilla's notorious ruts and rough sections began to take their toll. The track, with its deeply rutted turns and relentless bumps, demands not only speed but precision and endurance. It's a place where even the smallest mistake can have devastating consequences, and for Hymas, that reality struck hard. A misstep on the unforgiving track led to a crash that dashed his hopes of a podium finish. After the crash, Hymas was visibly shaken, but managed to return to the pits. His team rallied around him, providing the support he needed to make a decision about whether to continue. Despite the pain and disappointment, Hymas chose to return for the second moto, determined to salvage something from the day. However, the injuries sustained in the first moto proved too much to overcome. As the second moto unfolded, it became clear that Hymas was struggling. The pain was evident in his riding, and after a few laps, he made the difficult decision to pull off the track and retire from the race. It was a bitter end to a day that had begun with so much promise. Hymas took to Instagram to share his thoughts after the race, expressing both his disappointment and gratitude. "Not the way I thought my day was going to end. Bit disappointed in myself because it was the best I felt all year, but it just wasn't my day. Sorry to the team for letting that one get away, but big thanks for sticking behind me through all the ups and downs. Luckily, just bruised and beat up, but blessed to be walking away from that one." His words captured the emotional roller coaster of the day, the frustration of a missed opportunity, the physical pain of the crash, and the gratitude for avoiding a more serious injury. The second moto in the 250cc class was a chaotic affair, with several top riders falling victim to Unadilla's relentless conditions. Masterpool, who had shown early promise with a strong start, found himself relegated to the back of the pack after a mistake that cost him valuable positions. Masterpool's misfortune was just one example of how quickly fortunes can change at Unadilla, a track that punishes even the slightest lapse in concentration. Cochran, another rising star in the 250cc class, suffered a more severe fate. A hard crash left him writhing in pain on the track, and he was eventually taken away in the Alpine Star's medical cart. Initial reports suggested a serious injury to his right arm, likely ending his season prematurely. Cochran had been building momentum throughout the season, and his injury is a significant blow not just to him, but to the entire field, as he had been expected to challenge for top positions in the remaining rounds. Shimoda, who had been running in second place and looked poised for a strong finish, also fell victim to the brutal track conditions. A heavy crash saw Shimoda hit the ground hard, and he was later seen being taken away by the medical team with his left arm in a sling. Like Cochran, Shimoda's injury could potentially end his season, adding to the growing list of casualties from Unadilla's punishing course. As the dust settled on a dramatic day of racing, the severity of the Unadilla Nationals was once again on full display. The track's ability to test even the most skilled riders was evident in the number of crashes and withdrawals that marked the day. For Chance Hymas, it was a day of what-ifs and near misses, but his resilience and determination to return for the second moto despite his injuries underscored the toughness that defines the sport of motocross.